Yo, what's going on, man?
Yo, 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 what's Gucci fam?
Oh man, that music like cut in and out just a little bit as we were starting, and I couldn't tell if you had stopped it for good or just or what. But now we're online. It's good to see you, brother.
What's going on, man? What's going on? It's always good to see my boy.
D to the keister.
You needs to hit him in the keister, boy.
Yeah, I know. I know that's been the name you've given me since we started since our humble beginnings as but mere Battle Bay uh, Warrior League players. That's been a long time for you, but
I was gonna say before that.
you just got to Nightmare, so congratulations.
Not only got there, but successfully stayed there as well.
Yeah,
So,
that's
repeat Nightmare player as well because I did drop down to about 3,400 trying to do some quests for FPS. Shout out, Fleeter Power Squad. Um, and I was like, crap. But lo and behold, I actually got myself back up over Nightmare as well, so I'm able to keep it for the next season. So I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with that.
that's awesome, dude. Um,
Yep. However, I haven't really been playing a lot of Battle Bay as of recently. I've been playing a lot more Hearthstone. Just anyone out there watching this right now is saying like, "Where have you been, ADTR? Where are your awesome streams? You're playing this shitty card game." Well, as Dean Meester knows, we've been playing this shitty card game for way too long. And a new expansion came out that I'm actually super, super freaking hyped about. And so I've been spending a lot of time on there rather than Battle Bay.
hmm,
Fun fact.
fun fact. What were we just talking about before we started? What were we like leading into? We were talking about
We're mainly talking about Hearthstone. Uh, and I was basically just going over decks that I've theory crafted in my mind that I don't see on the ladder right now. Because the popular trend of Hearthstone, as you know, is all the streamers try and do their best theory crafting decks, and then everyone goes and starts making them. Oh, this is the best deck on the ladder. Brr. Day one. What I like to do is take stuff that people haven't really thought of yet and capitalizing on that. So basically, when I approach the ladder, people are like, "What the hell is this guy playing?" And it proves fruitful because the element of surprise on ladder in a card game, you know, to no one really ever expects the unexpected. So to kind of flip the script on them is what I really love, especially like the first couple of season.
that's cool. Yeah, you had that hunter video that I mean I know like you had that hunter video that got up to almost like 1,000 views, right?
Yeah, something like that. I think it's like at
But
nine
that
something.
was
Don't think it's
but
gonna move
but that's
higher.
like but that's like completely organic views because like
It
your
is
channel for such a long time has been Battle Bay, so
primarily, yeah, that will be in Vainglory.
yeah.
So that just shows how many people are wanting to digest Hearthstone content. Believe me, if I was any
And how
bigger,
good of a content creator you are.
I mean, honestly,
You
dude,
make a
I
good
just try to
thumbnail.
work with
You
my.
make a good right. You make a good thumbnail. Make a good title. You try and think about something that interests you, and then you make a video about it. I mean, it's not rocket science, but you like come to that conclusion after you've been creating content for a little while, which you've been doing.
Yeah, absolutely,
So
absolutely. And like I said, I mean, I'm just doing everything literally just off of my cell phone. So the fact that I'm
that's
able to get
freaking
the
crazy, and that's gonna be like the new norm, like for everybody for the freaking rest of time. Everyone's going to be,
well,
mark my words, everyone's going to be doing it on their cell phone. Everything. You're going to be able to stream just nonstop. If you want to have other people, feed it to other people. Like you'll be able to pop, 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 holograms, like pop, put this here, pop, put this in here. I can superimpose you over my grandma and then talk to both of you at the same time. Like, and like literally have both of you muted from each other. And just like your brain is processed so quickly, everyone's brain processes this quickly. I can just be talking to both of you and creating responses that work for both of you at the same time.
That's crazy, man. That would be some kind of anamorph thing.
No, it works, dude. Because I could be talking to you and my mom right now, and as long as I was in on the joke that you and my mom, she's like, hey, are you gonna do that later? And you're like, yo, bro, what do you think about these decks? And I'd just be like, I'll definitely do some more of that later, and I will contact you soon. It's done. And then it's like, and then my mom's response is like, okay, love you, sweetie, blah blah blah. And then you're like, all right, I'll catch up with you later, bro. And I'm just like, love ya, and it works for both of you.
Hey, that's true. Two birds, one stone mentality, right?
Right. I can just pop up windows. And as long as you can handle it, it's just like you become like this. That's why I'm saying like people are going to start wearing glasses where they have like little pictures where they can literally control, like Stephen Hawking, sending text messages with their eyes directing to the letters. And your eye will move so fast and have predictive technology that when I'm talking to you, either if it's on my phone or if it's in a little camera, like if it's on my phone, so I'm looking at my phone right now, they're already doing it so you can unlock it with your face and from different angles. So it maps your face. So if the pointer of my face is like right here, then like I can literally just be like, oh hi, yeah. Yeah, Julio, I'll see you later. Movies. Oh, typo. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
we're gonna be what would be awesome is if you could have all the text messages pop up and then because you won't be I think people will be texting more actually than calling. I think people will just be constantly like fucking blowing each other up more and more and more like with all this shit and it'll just be like a constant dialogue. Everyone's going to get used to being in text messages just forever. Anyway, I went on a really long ramble there, but that's pretty much like I just wanted to get that in about like what I think about the future of technology and how it's going to really become the framework, the almost the extension of the biological framework for who we are. If we're not careful, I mean, it depends if you want to go that direction. Anyway, massive segue from what you were originally talking about. I feel like at this point.
Um,
You look like a circa
yeah, I mean,
18.
honestly,
You look like a circa 1890 samurai in from Tokyo. He's gonna come back. He's gonna come back, guys. Just type in here with him. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just getting him back on the line here. That may be it, but I hope not. All right, let's see. I think he's coming back. Here it comes. It's coming. See there? All right, let me try one more thing, guys. There we go, guys. We're back.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, don't even worry about it.
I think you overloaded the system when you went on your rant.
I think you're right.
Because, like, all of a sudden you kept talking and then your face just froze in place. And I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty gnarly.
that was fucked up. All right, so what are you doing later?
Theory crafting some decks, man. I actually have 8 decks already ready to go in my mind. I have them written down so I don't forget. I actually did this while I was commuting to work today since I had such long drives. It gave me a lot of time to think about the cards that are currently in Hearthstone with the new expansion, and I'm definitely going to be doing some builds and possibly doing some more videos with face cam because I kind of like this setup that I have. So I think I'll be able to do that with my recording software.
That's awesome. Um,
Is there?
well, I appreciate you coming on. I mean, I'm not like trying to get off with you. You know, this is our second podcast, and we're just playing around with different things. Like I think the chat is actually disabled. I think we're gonna re-enable that. I don't know how that got. I think I accidentally disabled that. But yeah, man. Um, Hearthstone's been an amazing game to me and a lot of fun. And I watched your whole video, your Rogue video earlier, and like there were some plays that I wouldn't have made, but there were a couple plays like initially when you did that, like initially when you had a air totem and then you put down the you know the frog first to see what you got, and then you rolled the second air totem like at the beginning because you were, I think, at that point already setting up for your first lightning storm. I was like,
Yeah,
just the
exactly.
way your brain was thinking, I was like, okay, because we used to play a lot together, so I was like, wow, you know, we both have really similar play styles. Um, we've had a lot of fun playing Arena together,
And
which has been really fun.
yeah, for sure, man. It's yeah, you actually kind of misplayed in your talking because it wasn't Rogue, it was Shaman.
No, I didn't watch
And
the
yeah,
Shaman. No, I'm serious. I watched only the Rogue.
well then you're because you're talking about air totems.
That's true. I am talking about air totems. I guess I watched. I guess it was the Shaman I watched. Yeah. It must be the Shaman. Sorry.
You're
For
hot.
some. No. It's because I saw the thumbnail from the Rogue, and then I do remember watching the Shaman, so I just got confused. Hey, I'm you know, 23 years old.
No,
24 is already like quarter life crisis, so you've got to you
no
know,
worries,
watch out
no,
for
no
yourself.
worries.
Yeah. No, I mean I'm looking forward to hitting 25. I feel like I've earned it.
Right? Absolutely, absolutely. But back to your point, me playing the shaman, the way that I did and the way that kind of worked out, you're like, oh wow, I wouldn't have done that. But then in the long run, you're like, oh
No,
wow,
I
he
would have
did
made
that.
that play. I would have made that play, but a play later on. I can go through it and talk to you about it, but there's definitely a
Uh,
play that you totally fucked the pooch, and I will let you
well,
know.
I mean, I did kind of, I mean, honestly,
No.
I
I'm
was
kidding.
mis.
I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. Because we do this
Oh,
all the time back and forth. You and I like do this all the time back and forth, and we'll fucking give each other shit over missing plays and shit.
of course, man. I know. I'm like, I wouldn't have done that. And you're like, no, trust me. Like, you're better at arena than I am. I
I
mean,
don't think so.
you
I don't think so because I think we're
compared to
both
me,
the good.
compared to
No,
me.
I think we're both just as good. I just think that when
But
we play
the thing
together,
is,
we
like,
play so well, which is always fun.
yeah. Well, two heads are always better than one.
Yeah,
That goes without. But I'm just saying, a lot of the stuff that you bring to the table mentally when it comes to arena is vastly different than the way I think of it.
that's pretty cool to hear.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, and it's in a very good way because, like, a lot of the things, like, I remember when we were playing arena together, there's a lot of things that you started talking about. You're like, nah, I wouldn't hold it. I think my problem is I try to eke out every little piece of value I can out of whatever card I can. But in the long run, in hindsight, it's actually bad to be so greedy. And that's I try and maximize the greed factor, which is definitely a bad thing. But then there's some plays where it's like, holding the greed and getting the most greedy play out of it, getting the most value out of the card is the correct play sometimes. But most of the time, you have a very different mindset and it tends to work out as well. So I mean, it is what it is in given circumstances, but you definitely have a lot more insight to the way that one is supposed to think about playing arena because I'm very much a constructed player. I don't really dabble in too much arena. So whenever we kind of bump heads or whatever and actually, come together, I'm really glad that I have you on my side giving me advice on certain plays because like I said, it just allows me to look at it in a different light.
Well, that was a very like complimentary articulated piece you just spat, you know, in a lyrical sense,
Yeah.
and uh, it's making me miss our Hearthstone sessions, and it's making me want to pick the game up again. And you know, basically, as soon as we can
You can
get
always borrow a deck.
as soon as we can get Baywatch and YouTube, we're still in suspension for our partnership status, which we made initially a week before they changed their methods. Then once they changed their methods of allowing people partner status, they put us in suspension. Then we met
Hmm.
those a week later. This was back in January or December, and now the current like thing that they're saying is that since they put all these people in suspension who hadn't met the new requirements, which we did like a week after they announced them, even though we a week before we'd met the ones before, whatever, and because they have so many applications now, since the requirements are more stringent, uh, they can't guarantee that they'll approve us. Your camera just flipped. They
Yeah.
can't guarantee that they'll approve us until the end of April, which isn't that far now. But we've been waiting
I mean, not forever.
for 4.5 months. But anyway, what I'm saying is, hopefully, once we can partner with YouTube, I can get a few card packs. Hopefully, so I'm looking forward
Well,
to
like I
that.
said, well, like I said, if you ever wanted to dabble in the certain decks and stuff, if you ever want to try something out, just let me know. Because, like I said, Hearthstone just has that new borrow deck
Swap feature,
feature.
yeah, exactly. That looks
So you
awesome.
can play one of my decks or whatever. You know, I could pre-build it for you, or whatever you want. You could take a look at. Because I mean, I have. I'm not gonna say all the cards, but most of them. I have most of them. I want to say
Guys,
about maybe like 5%.
if anybody wants to send if anybody wants to, I can't pull up messages in Discord, but if you want to send in something, send your mail to that email address, and I'll read it out over the show here. It's Project Xanax 69@gmail.com.
Are you talking for about like any YouTube comments? Because I could just pull it up on my tablet.
No, they're but it's the chat's disabled.
I have oh, the chat's disabled.
Correct. Oh my gosh, my leg is so sore.
It is disabled.
Are you to that age already where you're getting sore like
I'm
more
sitting
than you
Indian
used
style
to
right
be?
now. I'm sore.
Like more than you used to be?
Bro, I'm sitting Indian style right now on my bed,
Yeah.
and my knees hurt.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you, dude. I'm getting old as fuck, bro. My joints aren't what they used to be.
Oh man, it's crazy. I don't know like what's happened to me.
Man, it is. Man.
Oh, so trying to think of some other things I wanted to talk with you about. Um, but yeah, I just put the email address up, so anybody that wants to send an email, send us some mail, some show mail. Um, you can do that at. I'm gonna put it in the description too here.
I mean, if they even want to send us questions on Twitter, they can
Yeah, that's true.
tweet at us with like a hashtag or something like hashtag Project X. I think that'd be pretty cool to start doing. So
Um,
instead of having like, you just tweet it as hashtag Project X if you want to ask questions. Yeah, yada.
well, so I'm trying to really think of what I wanted to talk with you about, but
Who's Stormy Daniels? Can't believe one.
yeah, what do you think about Stormy Daniels? What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, I do want to talk to you about that because Donald Trump Donald Trump represents
Donald,
something so much larger
a dictator.
than he is a dictator. Remember, I told you about it earlier today. I said on my Battle Bay stream, I had three dictators. Donald Trump if you think about it, it just feels good to say he's a dictator.
I mean, he's a dick,
And he's a tater.
and he looks like a tater.
He's brown like a tater. He is a dictator
Brown
in
like a
every
tater,
sense of
dog.
the word.
So
Yeah,
he's a dick. He's brown like a tater, which makes him dictator.
right. But no, I mean seriously, if you call him a dictator, like I think because of the way he wants to shut down the media and like what he's trying to do there, that's just not cool. Like he's such a hater.
I agree.
Um, let's just call him what he is. I'm not scared of having a dictator. I don't know if he's like he might be a
And if you
dictator light,
after me, we're not that.
but the way
We're really not that.
what? What'd you say?
Huh? I said I don't think he's gonna come after us because we're not that popular.
No, I mean he would never even come after us if we just. I mean, I'm sure that if someone called him that on like the Stephen Colbert show, let's say, and he was like Donald Trump is a dictator. He is a dictator, and they did that whole thing about the fucking potato. I think people would find it hilarious and they start hashtagging it on Twitter. In fact, I think we should do it like soon
Yeah.
because like put like a dick, like a tiny dick, and a potato, a big potato, and then be like with a hair on it. The hair, the blonde hair.
I was gonna say you can just have the Idaho potato with a toupee on it. Big gold and yellow toupee.
Right.
Let me actually say something. I once heard a comedian, now I don't know his name, but he once said Donald Trump, this is old Donald Trump, this is rich Donald Trump, this isn't President Donald Trump. This is like back in 2005 Donald. He like when he was making, well, I guess this is after that. This might be just a little while back when when he was doing the whole Trump Tower thing in Vegas when he was first announced, yada yada. Comedian once said that Donald Trump is exactly the envision of a rich man that a bum has or a hobo. You see him lying in an alleyway one day and he's just like, oh man, when I make it big, I'm gonna have hair of gold and my name all over big buildings.
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, I think it's
He's not
just the
the
classic. It's the classic like. It's the classic immigrant story. Like. I mean, I don't think there's any shame in his game. I mean, they were from Germany. They came over. They were already fairly wealthy, but they wanted to extend their wealth, and I think they were smart about it. And you know, I think he benefited just like any rich man's son. And then I think he's just very concerned for number one. So I think that's why he's always done well, is because intrinsically he's had a strong survival instinct, which is like what you need, and he believes in himself, just like almost because I don't know. I think he's got a really strong sense of self worth. I think he came from like a really, my psychologist aspect says that he came from a really good family, like a family that like just his father was like extremely warm to him.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Absolutely. Um, what's funny is actually a lot of Arabic people or Syrian people have that same self worth and that same ethic as well, and they also do whatever they can. It's funny because a lot of what you reminded me is a lot of what I see immigrants nowadays that do it the right way, not so much people trying to get into the country illegally. Like I know it's kind of hard for people in Mexico. You got to do what you got to do. I'm Mexican, so I completely side with the immigrants because those are essentially my people at the end of the day. But from anyone that comes from overseas or whatever that gets into the country with a visa and with the right credentials and everything like that, and they try to make something out of themselves. Like I said, a lot of Syrian people that I've befriended that own various liquor stores that I work with and stuff, they actually have a lot of those similar qualities. So yeah, it's very interesting your take on.
Yeah, I've known Lebanese people, like a lot of people that you see in New York. Just a lot of countries, people from a lot of different countries come over, and they're just all very, hardworking, just
They
culturally.
have to. They have to be.
Yeah, exactly. That's like been handed down through their culture, and I mean, I think that's like every culture in America, every culture in the world except for the United States and some other countries, maybe Canada, maybe quite a bit of Western Europe, like France. Like you can have people that literally just want to be, people like me, for example, who want to be artists or want to be, um, kind of sit on their head and kind of like think about, the universe till it makes them giggle, for, lack of a better way to say it. They just want to like expose the mirror to society. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I get
Yeah,
you.
and
And
like I forget who said that, but I think it was maybe David Mamet, but he said it's the job, or maybe it was Edward Albee. He said like the job of the playwright is to hold a mirror up to society, and I was talking about that with somebody with today. Like I made a video called Package Bomber, and the actor that I shot it with, he was upset that it was just too intense for him. He liked it and he respected it, but the title was too intense. Excuse me. And I just made the point that it did happen in Austin just 3 weeks ago. Two people did lose their lives. Other people were gravely injured. The president did make a statement on it. Did make a statement and tweeted about it, and it involved in a deadly shootout. It resulted in a deadly shootout where the suspect was killed, and I thought making a short film about how he could have evolved had he not been stopped, kind of, it makes people uncomfortable, but what a short film that is like so timely, and the internet gives us that convenience to have the turnaround on things be even more timely. And so that just enables, while you may be presented with being upset about something, it's good to see creative expression on a trauma or a tragedy, I believe, because it forces your brain to see it from another perspective. And you're in trouble in life when you see a trauma or a tragedy from just one perspective, because those are the things you need to grow and learn how to emotionally process the best. I know that was a long response, but I firmly believe that. I think we just lost ADTR. I know you guys could hear me. Hopefully he didn't miss all of that. I'm sure he'll be back in just a second. I'm going to see if there's any emails that we got. Okay. Let's see, he should be back momentarily, guys. Okay, looks like he is trying to come back. Alright. Here we go, guys. Yo. Can you say something?
yeah, sorry. I don't know what keeps happening, man. It keeps like periodically dropping on us like every 20 minutes.
Oh no, that's totally
It's like you
cool.
start going on these rants, you're talking forever. You start going on these rants again, and it's like system overload.
Oh shit. Alright, well anyway, did you hear that rant?
A little bit.
Yeah, anyway. What are
A
your
little bit.
thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Okay. So I think we're good now. Yeah, that was weird, man. I don't know. Freaking system overload, man. Danger, Will Rock.
Oh no. Oh man, I don't know if the issue's on his end. I'm not sure. I mean, sorry guys, hold on. Just give us 1 second. Um, these things just happen in broadcasting. Here we go. Looks like
My bad.
no, you're good.
I don't know, man. Your connection's just like really shit. I don't know what happened.
It might
It
be
keeps freezing on me.
shit. Let me check it again. No, it seems to be good, but anyway, let's just we'll just move forward. Um, uh, so so what are your thoughts on slow Wi-Fi?
It sucks.
Well said.
Like a, it's like a broken condom. It's useless.
That's true. I mean, unless your goal is pregnancy.
Hmm.
Unless your goal is pregnancy.
Oh, well then why the fuck would you use a condom?
Maybe because
That's
the
like saying
person.
slow Wi-Fi. If you're always reading a book, then there you go.
No, what if you were the guy and you wanted to impregnate the girl and she was like, wear a condom, and you had like broke this condom like, intentionally in advance?
Well, then you're just a troubled young man. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not my goal. I can tell you that much right now.
Yeah,
I
dude.
enjoy my sort of whatever freedom I have.
Does that sound like a good
I'm not.
Hollywood movie? Like a young kid who's just like walking around with condoms and they're all like the tips are cut off and he's just like going out with
Or he just
girls and
pokes
just
holes in them.
impregnate? Yeah.
He pokes holes in them.
Yeah.
Like obviously the girl wants to see you open the condom, but if you poke little holes in it, hey, Swiss cheese condom, invented by the Swedish.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's a Rovio, the Swedish people. Oh, they're Finnish. Whatever. I'm
They're
finished.
they're finished.
They're finished. But any hooser.
But all right. Well, I guess how long have we been going for here?
About
We've been going for about a half an hour.
has it been a
Um,
half hour? Yeah,
yeah.
maybe. I don't know. I
All
can't
right.
tell.
Well, I say we go ahead and conclude it here, and I want to say thanks for coming on, Julio,
Yeah,
and
thank you.
I hope you'll come
Oh,
back because they're just going
come
to
back
keep
where?
getting better, and we have more stuff to talk about
Oh,
to Project X.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was confused at first. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. What are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. You definitely got to do more of these. Hopefully with better connection, but
Yeah. We'll
only
just.
time will tell.
That's true. All right, brother. Have a good night. I'm probably talk to you a little later tonight. Maybe I'll give you a call right after this and just say hey.
Sounds Gucci. I definitely want to throw together some decks right now before I start making some more videos. So, yeah, man, we'll definitely talk over the phone while I do that.
Sounds good.
Totally down.
All right, I'll call you right back. Everyone else in the chat, have a great night. Chunga deuce.
Later, Project X people. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at ADTR4LifeTV. Booyah.